People have been dropping off notes and flowers at the Carter Center for former President Jimmy Carter all week. Fox 5's Denise Dillon tells us many came by again today, even though the Carter Center is closed.
Freedom Parkway near the Carter Center is shut down, and there's a larger police presence out here, but people are still allowed to park on nearby streets and walk to the sign to pay their respects.
He was such a good human.
Living in Georgia, Jeremy Van Arkel says a lot of people he knows has a story about former President Jimmy Carter. Van Arkel was a 22-year-old college kid working for a catering company when he served the former president a meal.
Afterwards, he took the time, probably 10-15 minutes with each person that worked there, allowed for pictures, talked to us, asked us questions. I look back on that fondly.
Van Arkel now lives near the Carter Center, not far from some members of the Carter family, and he would often see the former president.
Jimmy Carter would walk around on Halloween and hand out candy to kids. No security, no nothing. The neighbors would all talk to him. He was unbelievably friendly and gracious.
The presidential library is right here. I live right down the street. So it's the part of that I'm fortunate to be in the neighborhood and consider him kind of a local.
Mary Beth Cutshall also lives near the Carter Center. She too feels a closeness to the former president. In addition to being from Georgia, she says Jimmy Carter was a gracious and good man.
An amazing human being that is just been an inspiration in my life and I think to this country. And I think he really tried to demonstrate that with his life in politics and then outside of politics, trying to be a beacon of peace and try to create some of that around the world. He inspires me to try to be a better person.
In addition to the many people who have stopped by here to pay their respects, thousands of people have written messages on a tribute page set up by the Carter Center. Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.